What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Very excited to be back streaming. I know it's been a while. Some craziness happened in the last couple days personally, but I just want to go ahead and say that I'm very excited to go ahead and jump back on stream. This literally jumping on stream and talking to every one of you gets me excited every day, gets me going through this crypto market that's has been insane these last few days. We've been seeing some massive dumps, PEPE 2.0 dumping, a lot of these meme coins crashing 60 to 80%, as I've been saying the last 2 weeks. So right now we're going to be talking about a new strategy that we'll be doing moving forward. Thank you so for the coffee. And we're going to go ahead and talk about different ways to go ahead and navigate in this crypto market. We still haven't gotten a sign, and I really want to go ahead and talk about new strategy, what we could do, and most importantly, I was like just couldn't wait to go ahead and hop back on stream. What's up, Tillery? Glad to have you here. I wasn't expecting a lot of people to join this quick, considering it is a Sunday. But I really do appreciate a lot of you. Massive things are going on, not in a good way. Massive dumps. We just have been seeing a lot of massive pump and dumps, as Tillery says. But let me go ahead and double check on my end as we are live. I'm assuming we are because I'm reading the comments, but let me just go ahead and pull up my tablet because that makes it a lot easier for me to read all these comments. And also keep in mind as well too, I'm putting in my password so many times, I'm probably gonna get locked up out of my tablet right now. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I like it's because I have two monitors. I have my screen, well, I have my main screen right here, then I have my laptop, and then I have my tablet. I like using the tablet to go ahead and read comments. It makes it a lot more easier and efficient for me to go ahead and keep up with all of you. But yeah, a lot of big things going on, not in a good way. So now we're gonna go ahead and talk about, am I still bearish? Am I bullish? What is my strategy moving forward? What can we be expecting? What should we be doing? So let's go straight into it, all right? So looking at Pepe, we saw this massive wick on Monday. And by the way, I want to go ahead and tell everybody to go ahead and do this real quick. If you go ahead and head over to my channel and you go and click over on community, I do want everybody to go ahead and vote on this last question that I asked 6 days ago. Should I begin a live stream twice a day, Monday through Friday? And so far 69% of you have said yes. That's quite a really good thing I like to hear, the fact that you guys are enjoying these kind of live streams. Now the thing is like, what do you want me to talk about, right? Because we can't keep on going talking about PEPE 2.0 forever. I do not want to make this channel a PEPE 2.0 channel. Obviously, I don't want to say that I am still bullish, but I have been bullish on PEPE 2.0, and we're going to talk about whether my stance has changed or not. But go ahead and vote whether I should go ahead and make more content. Ideally, my content schedule right now is Monday through Friday, Saturdays and Sundays, unless there's some like emergencies. I just couldn't wait for Monday, to be honest. Like, I hate weekends because crypto's slow, and weekdays are usually when the market's up and running, right? So for me personally, I wish I could just do this 7 days a week, but unfortunately Saturday and Sunday, most people are just not looking at crypto content. So I would rather kind of like take that break and come up with more ideas. But obviously, I'm thinking that once this bull run does start, we will be seeing a change in the market. So I would really go ahead and appreciate you guys to go ahead and let me know what you think. Obviously, my goal is to go ahead and stream 7 days a week. Like that's what I enjoy doing. I love hopping on these streams. I love talking to every one of you. I love hearing your opinions. Like, for me, this is fun. I enjoy it. So when weekends come, I kind of hate them because I'm like, dude, I just want to go stream. I want to make crypto content, but weekends are like very slow. And as well too, I did go live actually on Friday, but I had some special guests, a collaboration that we did with Andy from Bitcoin Senses, and it was Dr. Bullseye. So yeah, so we're having some pretty nice collaborations coming in away with some big YouTubers. So go ahead and check that out as well. This was mostly like a BTC talk. Didn't get to talk much about meme coins or altcoins. It was just really a last minute thing, collaboration. But that just really shows you that I'm willing to go ahead and diversify. I have a pretty well diversified knowledge. Just that I've been sticking to the meme coins and the Pepes because that's what everybody's interested in, right? But I'm always open to go ahead and try out new content. So I really would suggest you to comment down below what kind of content you want me to do. But enough with me rambling about all this stuff. Let's just go ahead and look at the market right now. It's a total shit show. I'm not gonna go ahead and say this is bullish. It still kind of surprises me when I head over to Twitter and I see all these promoters that were influencers that were promoting all these shit coins, and they're still pushing for it to be the green, like buy, dude. And it's like, it's really clear that a lot of these influencers, it's kind of obvious, right? But I didn't think they were gonna do it this freaking obvious, bro. Where like they literally pump their coins to like 30 or 10, 20x or even a 5x, and they literally dump on their whole entire community. And it just amazes me because a lot of these influencers you and I know of that we see around this space of YouTube, and it kind of surprises me. It's like, dude, are people really willing to like ruin their reputation over a couple $100s? Like it's insane, dude. And it just like, it kind of mind blows me a lot more when I go on Twitter. I'm still looking at these promoters, these influencers still pumping these shit coins even though they're down like 90%, and all they say is bullishness, dude. Like they don't say about the risk. You know, have I been talking about shit coins and a lot of them gone bad? Yes, but I always tell you, always invest in what you're willing to lose, most importantly. And I always go ahead and talk about the good and the bad news of all these projects. I talk about the bad things that I see, I talk about the things I don't like, and I talk about the risk that a lot of these coins go after. So far right now this month, I'm overly risked in my portfolio. 99%, actually like 100% of my portfolio is shit coins. So moving forward, we're going to go ahead and talk about the strategy right now, and that's why I want all of you to go ahead and, most importantly, smash the like, comment down below another project you want me to go ahead and talk about. Whether it's a shitcoin or an altcoin, I appreciate everything. Just go ahead and comment down below. But starting today, and I hope everybody stays as far as you can with the live stream, we're going to go ahead and talk about my diversification strategy into what is going on right now in the market, and we're gonna go ahead and slightly start pulling away from meme coins. Like right now, I'm just cash ready. I'm not going to invest in meme coins right now. It's way too risky. Like I said, my portfolio is already down a lot. I know the risk, I know the reward, but right now it is not. It's not an area that I'm comfortable literally burning more money in. And I've been seeing a lot of your comments saying, you know, I sold out of my position. Pepe 2.0 is dead. You know, this shit's done. Like, and I agree with you. Can it be a buying opportunity? Yes. Am I willing to go ahead and put myself in that risk at the moment? I'm really not, because I'm overly risked onto these shitcoin projects that I know they're shit and I know they could go down to zero, but I was willing and I'm okay losing that money. Moving forward, I am no longer okay losing additional money. I am not going to throw in additional money to most of these projects that are probably going to be dead in the next couple weeks, couple days, or couple months, unless I feel comfortable back in the market, right? So right now, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about altcoins, like actually real altcoins. Get away from these shit coins. Obviously right now we're gonna do some TA, see what I feel, because I don't know. I looked at the market, I'm just like, dude, like this is a total shit show. Like I just can't wait to talk about this. And I was gonna wait till Monday, but I just could no longer wait, dude. Like I'm just like, this excites me too much. Like this gets me pumped. You know what I mean? When I make crypto content, when I hop on stream with you, with all of you, and I talk to you and you guys comment, that gets me excited. Like that gets my day going. Like I've literally been like so like out of it these last couple of days. Right now that I'm doing this stream, like I feel like I'm myself once again, right? So like I really do enjoy doing this content, but we're going to be talking about what I look at for altcoins right now. I have a few altcoins right now that I am going to be investing heavily in the next coming weeks, coming months, until I do see the meme coin space slightly recovering, and we might buy a few dips on these meme coins, but most of them, I would say probably 90% of them, we're gonna stay away from them. I'm not gonna jump into any new meme coins. I'm already super leveraged out. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about that risk to reward, what I see with meme coins, what I suggest. Obviously it's not financial advice, but the way I look at everybody that's subscribed to my channel, the community, I look at it the way as you know, we're friends, we're family. You know, it's like I wouldn't tell no one in my family to go ahead and put their life savings on shit coins. That's just me, or crypto in general. I would tell them diversify, you know, put a couple $100s here, wait a couple years, it might go up, it might go down. You can't predict the future, the world might end, who knows, right? But as long as you're willing to go ahead and and let that person acknowledge the risk to reward and the possibilities of what could happen, I think you have a better educational spot to go ahead and do your own analysis and believe in what you really truly believe in, right? Because a lot of people that don't believe in these shit coins might go ahead and sell at a loss, and there could be a possibility we pump 30, 60, 80, 100x, and you're like, fuck, dude, why did I sell? It's because you didn't believe in what you're investing in, right? And at this point right now, I'm not looking to go ahead and burn no more money in shit coins. I burnt a lot of money last month. I burned a lot of money last week as well. I bought in some few dips. Luckily, I didn't buy in all that one project. I diversified into like 5, 6, 8 projects, threw in a couple $100 here and there. That way, so I wouldn't be really risked on. But let me go ahead and read the comments right now. I do not want to ignore any about you. So Tillery says, Pepe 2.0, shib, bone, leash, always 2 days out of the week at least. Yeah, dude, for me personally, I'm still kind of bullish on Pepe 2.0. It does scare me, the areas that we have touched. I think we're touching at like 5 million market cap, and that could be a massive buying opportunity, right? Because I've been wanting to always buy Pepe 2.0 at those prices. But we also have Hoppy that's dumped a lot. We're at, I believe, 600 market cap. We're going to talk about that. But it's a high risk, high reward is what I'm trying to say. You know, invest in what you're willing to lose. But we're going to talk about diversifying a little bit more into altcoins. I'd rather put in more money into these real utility projects, and Sheeb and Bone are real utility projects. Right now, Pepe 2.0, our goal is to make it that kind of real utility project. But then you have also other altcoins such as XLM, which I'm very bullish on, right? But let's go ahead and see what Steven says. Beep, yes, Beep. I like Beep, what they've been doing. We're definitely gonna go ahead and take a look at Beep. And then Steven said, wealth transfers from impatient to patient, whether it's stocks, alts, or meme coins. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. The only difference is, bro, the only reason why I'm talking about diversification is due to the fact that right now there's a lot of altcoins that are like pumping, dude. There's a lot of altcoins that are pumping, like new ones that are coming out, like the AI ones, the trading bots. Like there's a lot of new ones that are coming out that are pumping, and then sometimes the shit coins are just the ones taking the hit, and there's actually no real utility behind it. Is Pepe 2.0 dead in my opinion? No. Are we in a very critical area that does not look good and it's bearish? 100%. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about those areas, and a lot of these tokens that we probably did jump into, we're down 80-90%. Do I understand the risk? I understand it, but I think it's also irresponsible to be highly leveraged in just one area. Now, let's say you're investing in, let's say, gold and silver. You're invested in stocks. You're invested in a little bit, you know, Ethereum or Bitcoin or better altcoins. And then you're diversifying into meme coins. Then you're good. I'm just overly leveraged on meme coins. These see where I'm coming from? Like, I'm overly leveraged on meme coins, and that's only because the market was going good 2 weeks ago. The market's like not looking too good now. So what does that mean? It's that for me personally, it doesn't mean meme coins are dead. I'm just saying that for me personally, my risk to reward with what my goals are that I'm trying to achieve, I am putting myself in a really, really, really deep hole if I continue to just be investing into meme coins. I'm going to go ahead and start diversifying moving forward. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop investing in meme coins. I've been in crypto for a while. You know, I was in crypto. I think I got in last bull run, and I've been trading stocks and options since 2017. So I understand the risk. But one thing that I've always sometimes noticed is that when I get excited about something, I sometimes go all in, which is not good. Like for example, like I'm super like all in into this channel, like I enjoy doing it, so I'm like investing a little bit more on like a better setup. Like I hope you guys enjoy this new camera. Invested like a little bit over like around $200 for a better camera, you know, well worth it. Lights, I invested on some good lighting too, and I'm continuing to invest in this channel because I'm all in this, you know, whatever I'm doing, I'm going all in. And with meme coins, I was all in. So I'm just going to go ahead and start looking for, you know, I've been looking into like AI trading bots that trade for you. So doing a little bit of that. I'm not saying I'm done with this space. I'm just looking for different areas, like maybe staking, meme coins, alts, just because I feel like the bull run season is coming soon, and if it does, I do not want to miss on these last dips. But anyways, I've been talking too much, dude, to be honest. But let me go ahead and read the next other questions, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump into the meme coins, see what we're looking at, and then comment down below any opportunities that you guys currently see right now at the moment. Tillery says, yeah, that's a good buying opportunity, bro. Steven said, bathe in your own blood, gobble the dips. Yes, fair. Listen to Warren Buffett. 100%, man. I think it's like be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful, right? But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do some TA onto Pepe right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at Pepe. Pepe 2.0. Let's go ahead and take a look at Pepe 2.0. So currently right now we are sitting at a total market cap of 5.91 million. I did mention that we were getting close to a reversal. It looks like we continue to get rejected. So obviously let's go ahead and continue to get rid of these lines, because at this point we really don't know where we are heading towards. There could be a possibility we could drop below $5 million. Luckily, I haven't added more to my position. I've just been patiently waiting. And I did mention the last couple videos ago that if we did lose that last area of support, let me go ahead and do this chart a little bit bigger for all of you to see. I did mention that if we were to go ahead and lose this area of support, because we've been looking at this area, I've been quite bearish with Pepe 2.0, and I still hold a small bag. Am I excited for this? Yes, I'm definitely going to go ahead and add more. I'm going to go ahead and buy the dip on this, because for me personally, I believe Pepe 2.0, it's a long-term play. I think it's going to be like the next Shiba. I'm not saying they're going to do what Shiba's doing, but I think that Pepe 2.0 is going to be like some of that part of that wave. You know, first it was Dogecoin, then from Dogecoin all the meme dog coins were popping, and Shiba was a survivor of it. So it was like the second Deutsch, right? So in my opinion, I think Pepe 2.0 is going to be like that second Pepe, in my opinion. So that's why I'm very bullish on this. And it's actually a lot better, because now we're getting rid of all the paper hands. Now we're getting rid of all the people that truly don't believe in Pepe 2.0. So I am definitely going to be looking forward to buying this dip. And I just been waiting, because I had a feeling, looking at what we've been looking at, I knew that there was a high possibility that we will be dumping, you know. And a lot of people were like telling me, why are you fighting? Why are you doing this? It's like, dude, I'm not going to be here sitting here, even though I have bags in this, trying to pump and hype everybody up, knowing it's full of BS, and then, you know, being wrong about it, and then you guys will get more pissed. So I'd rather just be honest. I've been calling the bot. I've been saying that we were going to be getting even lower around this green area. I was highly invested into Pepe 2.0 right here. I sold like probably 90% of my position, and I began to sell as I started seeing this fall down. I just pretty much broke even, took small profits, couple $100 here and there, but nothing major. If I would have sold the top, I would have made a really good amount of money, but I didn't, because I became too greedy, and I thought we were going to pump higher, and we didn't. So I made some money, and I also lost some money, but I started selling my bags around this area, this green area right here, this green square. I said there could be a possibility we will be going down, and this is where I became bearish. I became bearish around that area right here. I did mention that it looked like a reversal was coming. We got rejected, went down even lower. I did mention that this blue square, if we could hold above it, then we might be pushing back to the upside, and you know, our goal would be breaking above that green square. Well, guess what? It didn't. We got rejected again, and I haven't been buying ever since, because I had a feeling this was going to happen. And right now there's a high possibility that we could probably go down to the 0.856 area. We should be approaching that very soon if we don't get a bounce back, but it does look like we are slightly squeezing. You know, maybe we could have some good news coming in this week. I did mention the last couple videos on stream that the market wasn't looking too good, and I said expect the markets, and you could even go back to my Twitter and look at all my tweets. It said I've been mentioning people for the last couple of days, expect shit coins to go ahead and dump another additional 80 to 90%. I am not going to be buying any of these dips until I see an actual bottom, and then I'll go ahead and consider even buying any of these dips, because a lot of these coins might not survive. Right now, currently, the goal is just to be cash ready, and that's pretty much what I'm at right now. I'm just cash ready, waiting to go ahead and buy up these opportunities, looking at what's going to be the next play. And so far right now, I do like the area that Pepe 2.0 is going. My question is, can we go any lower? You know, and that's what everybody's probably asking themselves. Can we go any lower than what we currently are at right now? If you go ahead and measure the the top of this, like I hope a lot of you did not buy this top. But that's about a 94% dump, and I'll be freaking out myself too, right? And I'd be in disbelief myself as well, hoping I would hear good news. You know, I've been through that before, last bull run, and I've noticed that sometimes just analyzing and looking at these charts, you're not going to be 100% sure all the time, but I'm gonna be a little bit more accurate, because last bull run I was one of those people. I was like just listening to all these influencers talk about like, oh, we're going to the moon, yeah, pump your bags, and I was watching all these other YouTubers, dude, and I was like relying on their information, and I was like, but he has 100,000 subs, like he should know, you know what I mean? Like maybe he is right, and I just continued to hold the bag, even though I was looking at the charts. I was like, dude, like it just doesn't look good on the charts. Like it looks like it's gonna dump, but then you had all these influencers pumping, it's gonna moon, hold your bags, moon, and then next thing you know, the project is no longer here. So that's kind of the reason why I started my channel at the beginning. This is like, dude, I've been through so many channels. Last bull run did really hit me very, very hard, honestly, so I had to go ahead and rebrand myself and see what I could go and improve my mistakes, and how I could become not only a better trader, a better person, and a better content creator. And I realized that with the TA, even on meme coins, when people laugh at me and say you can't do TA on meme coins, you could get a better understanding of what's going on, especially when these meme coins are being traded on big exchanges like MEXC, Bitmark, Binance, Bybit. You could get a better understanding, because what they're doing is that they're shorting this. They're shorting this with 200x leverage. Like, look at this. Like, I'm not laughing at anybody. I'm just laughing at how crazy it is. You know, it's like, once it's a little bit. A lot of you are saying it's market manipulation. Yes, it is, but that's market manipulation in every market: forex market, the crypto market, stock market, the bond market, the real estate market. Like, market manipulation is a thing, you know. And the way you go ahead and you know, you can't save yourself 100%, because it could have also been possible that from right here we could have pumped another additional 40-50x. You just don't know. What I'm trying to say, that when it comes to these shit coins, really the goal is to go ahead and believe in a few, even if you believe in just 3, you know, 4 or 5, whatever the case is, and then throw in money into those and just be patient. Be patient for 6 to 8 months and be patient. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people are lacking in general, in my opinion. They don't understand the value of being patient, waiting for the reward, waiting for what it takes to go ahead and actually achieve that. It could be a generational thing. I don't know. It's probably because technology has evolved so quick that people want to make millions real quick. They want to go ahead and get the houses, the Lambos, whatever the case is, right? You don't want to have that kind of mindset. You know, I had that mindset when I was doing pretty good in stocks a couple years ago, and I over leveraged myself and lost pretty much everything. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't ever want to go ahead and do shit quick. You want to go ahead and it's barely to. I would rather make $1 million slowly than fast. I would rather make $1 million making $100,000 a month than making $1 million overnight, because now your point of view of money, it's going to change if you've never touched that kind of money. You know, you might be over leveraging yourself. You might be risking too much money in these markets. You know, you might be putting a position of $500,000, and you're like, oh shit, like fuck, I've already lost. Like, I'm already down 80%. Like, imagine investing $1 million in Pepe 2.0 and being down 90%. And that could have been someone that's never seen access to that money. And once they did even dumber decisions. So what I'm just trying to say is just, you know, be careful. Don't over leverage yourself. And then it doesn't mean you can't go ahead and invest into these assets. You know, every asset's risky, in my opinion. I think even, yeah, gold and silver is a little bit safer, but in my opinion, I still think a lot of these, even with stocks, is really risky. So at the end of the day, what I'm just trying to say is just be very cautious of what you do. Be aware. Don't fall into the hopium of like other influencers of like telling you to buy the dip, buy the dip. Like if you don't believe it, just don't buy it. That's what I tell every one of you. Like if you don't believe in any of these coins that I'm talking about, comment down another project, and I'm always open to learn and see new opportunities. I know the risk, and I'm sure a lot of you know the risk of what we're looking at. But anyways, I'm like kind of like rambling and changing charts, but let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly on this. I just needed to go ahead and say that, right? Because I'm getting comments already of people telling me you're spreading FUD. No, I'm not spreading FUD. I'm just spreading my viewpoint of what things are, and I'm invested in these projects. It doesn't mean I'm gonna go ahead and say that we're bullish when we're not bullish, dude. Like that'd be me lying to myself and then be lying to you. I would rather you guys all shit on me for being wrong, but I still at least gave my opinion. You know what I mean? That's just me personally. That's just in my mortal for me personally, in my point of view. Like that's just what I wouldn't be able to live up with if I knew that a project was shit and I was getting paid on the back end pumping it, and you guys were investing a lot of money. That's just me personally. Fuck that. But to each its own. Looking at the weekly, our goal is to go ahead and see a reversal coming in. Usually on the weekly, I like to go ahead and analyze the weeklies, because on the weeklies you actually do get a better idea of how the sentiment of the market is heading. So maybe if we do go ahead and hold this support right here in the bottom, which is this yellow square, we could go ahead and get a better indicator of how the market's feeling overall. So unfortunately, I did think that last week I did think that we were going to get a reversal. We didn't pull through. It was just a massive pump and dump. They got people excited and they pretty much liquidated them. So right now, I still believe that this could be a massive head and shoulders pattern forming on the weekly like this. And usually those patterns are pretty strong as well, right? So I think this is what's going to happen. I think we're going to massively go ahead and pump. To all those that are brand new, to all those that have been watching my streams, you're like, dude, you repeat yourself over and over again. But that's kind of the thing with TA, bro. To be honest, you just need to go ahead and see if the areas and patterns that you are identifying or looking at are actually forming. So right now, looking at this is what I think what might be happening is that we might be hitting like a head and shoulders pattern. And obviously that would be us making new all-time highs, hitting a new market cap, whatever the case is. That's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to go ahead and eventually, this is on the weekly, so this is a longer time frame. This could take 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, I don't know. But I'm just telling you, looking at the weekly, that's what it usually takes. I'm okay waiting 6 months to 8 months to make a good amount of money. That's just for me. I'm patient. I don't mind it. But for all of those that are looking to go ahead and make $1 million overnight, I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's not going to happen on Pepe 2.0. Could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? No, I don't think so. I'm a very positive person, but I'm very optimistic, but sometimes you just have to be real with yourself, If it does happen, let's say I am wrong and you could make the $1 million overnight. Dude, congratulations. And if I missed out, I missed out, right? We can't chase all of them. But this is what I think is going to happen. Head and shoulders pattern will be forming on the weekly. This could take about 3 months to happen. And it's kind of around the time frame that I've been talking about where we could be seeing some bullish momentum. I think second, the third week of August, we should be seeing a little bit more of a better sentiment of the market, whether we're going to go up or whether we're going to go down. I think we will be bullish looking at the DXY, which we will go over right now. But I want to talk about Pepe because for me, myself personally, when I do these live streams, it's sometimes my first time doing the TA on it for a while. So I haven't really done any TA on Pepe 2.0 since Thursday. So this gives me a better idea of when I should be buying as well. So I think I will be probably buying a dip. Looking at the weekly, it looks good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hour, right? So let me see if I would buy some dips in this. So yeah, so looking at the 4 hourly, I wouldn't mind buying a small little bag right here around this area right now, because this is where we're currently at right now. So I wouldn't mind buying a small little bag here. I think we might get rejected again, to be honest, and I think this is the area we're going to be hitting. We're going to be gaining another zero. And I'm sure a lot of you, I'm not sure if it was Tillery, I don't remember who it was, but one of you was saying, I think Pepe 2.0 is going to gain a zero back. And I said, I think the same thing as well. I think it was either Tillery or Moon Joker that said, bro, I think Pepe 2.0 is going to gain another zero. And that was at 30 million market cap. 30 million market cap. It was either Tillery or Moon Joker that said that. And I was like, dude, 100%. I think it's very, very doable. And people were saying that I was fighting. No. It's just, I don't want to say it's called common sense because it's not common sense. But when you're looking at these charts, that's what's very important because you can get a better idea of what happens. So like none of this shit that we're looking at surprises me, to be honest. So I wouldn't mind buying a dip right here, honestly, and hopefully loading up very heavily once we do hit this yellow score right here, because that's before Pepe took off. You know, so let me go ahead and read the questions because I've been going on. Tillery says, yes, I see the lighting is good. I used to do photography work. Light and angles are important to good stuff, my boy. Appreciate you, bro. I'm trying. And you can also see like my studio in the back like falling apart, bro. So like I'm trying to work on getting my audio fixed a little bit better and all that. So you will be seeing that change. I do want to, a lot of you have been saying that the background's like too dark, and I always wear black shirts. Like I literally probably have like 10, 20 like black just plain like polo on the side shirts. That's just my personal kind of thing, you know. I just like wearing black shirts. It's more simple, man. I just wake up throwing a shirt and I know what to wear, you know. I don't really have to worry about that. I like to keep it simple and spend my time on shit like this and like, you know, what kind of shirt I'm going to be wearing today. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put on some nice lights in the background, maybe some LED type of lights in the back, where it brings up more color, makes it pop a little bit more. But we're going to go ahead and do that. And then Steven said BTC increasing place and timing and cycle hodl. Yes, 100%. We're going to go ahead and do some quick TA on that on BTC as well. So go ahead and continue to watch. And then Tillery said, I got about 48 billion tokens. Dude, I had about, and you could already analyze how much I had on Pepe 2.0. I had about 68 million or billion Pepe 2.0 tokens at around the 10 to 30 million market cap. So you don't know how excited I am right now, and I'm very grateful and thankful that I did sell, because I will be loading up some very, very heavy bags at these bottoms, and I hope I could go ahead and get that kind of tokens back. My goal is to go ahead and hit over 80 billion tokens of Pepe 2.0 with a less amount of what I was investing in. I want to go ahead and I wouldn't mind throwing in that kind of money at a lower market cap with a lower risk, but with a higher reward. For me, when I jumped into Pepe 2.0, I think I was a little bit over risked, and I knew that, and that's kind of the reason why I sold my bags. But I got into other riskier projects that either rug pulled me or are fucking shit, dude, to be honest. And then Tillery says, hey, I make beats too, fam. Into be nice to maybe play one in the background. Dude, send me some. You see my studio in the back already like falling apart, bro? It's like I didn't listen to the instructions that it told me. Apparently I was supposed to leave the panels outside for a couple days, for like 2 days, and I was like, dude, like I can't wait 2 days. Like I need this shit now. So that's why they're falling apart. But I will be buying some better adhesive tape or whatever that shit's called to go ahead and improve that. But Tillery, send me over some beats, bro. As long as they're not non-copyrighted, as long as you made them yourself and I won't get copyrighted on YouTube, go ahead and send them over to me. Send them over. Hit me up on Twitter. I know you've always hit me up on Twitter, so hit me up on Twitter. Send me the files, bro, and I'll definitely go ahead and put some background music. And we could also go ahead and play some in the stream. You know, I would definitely like that. If we could go ahead and have some type of background music in the back. So yeah, send me over that. And if any of you that are listening to this watch stream right now, or watching or listening, if you're driving, whatever the case is, if you do anything such as like beats or any of that, like go ahead and reach out to me. We could definitely go ahead and I'll be willing to go ahead and put that as like background music, as long as it's not going to get copyrighted striked by YouTube. Because if we do get copyrighted, then we just won't be able to grow so much on the channel, and we don't want to get any strikes or any of that. But yeah, if you guys have any companies and have any products that you want to go ahead and sponsor, like reach out to me. Definitely would like to go ahead and do that. But yeah, Tillery, please reach out to me. Would definitely like to go ahead and add some beats to the background, and in the background you already see the studio falling apart. So yeah, we're normal people for now, man. Obviously the goal is to grow the channel and get a better setup, better studio, but honestly I kind of like this this not too crazy studio vibes, you know. I think it's like it's a really cool setup. I like, at least for myself, I think it's a really good setup. But anyways, talking about setups and all this shit, because I'm getting distracted. But like I mentioned, if any of you do like beats, do music, whatever the case is, designs, logo designs, if you guys want to design me a new logo, here's my NFT. But if you guys want to design me a new logo and could come up with something that looks cooler, because I designed this, I'm a graphic designer myself as well, but I just haven't really been in that field, so I don't, honestly, my creativity has slowly slowed down in that kind of side of things. I used to do like mixtape covers for artists and all that shit. But yeah, if you guys do any graphic designs and you want me to go ahead and shout out your work, whatever the case is, in return, or whatever the case is, you know, I'm willing to pay for it too. Just go ahead and reach out to me. Oh damn, Tillery's been making beats since 14, dude. So that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. So yeah, definitely go ahead and send me over some beats, anything that you do, and I'll definitely would like to go ahead and, you know, help you out. You've been showing a lot of support of the channel, and I think it would just be the best thing to go ahead and do back. You know, is like show support and love back to you, because I really do appreciate you being here at the moment right now. So enough with PEPE 2.0. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Gary, because I've been talking about this project for quite a while, and not much has happened. You know, I did mention that we were at this area of this purple square. We did break through that purple square. We got rejected and we slowly broke down. I don't know what happened. Someone sold or whatever the case is, especially with this whole entire market. It's like it affected every token, right? We dumped, you know, we dumped about, it doesn't even tell me, but a little bit over 60%, I think 50-60%. So many of you probably, you know, caught really great profits around this bottom right here up to this swing. But yeah, it's not looking too good. But I mean, liquidity is locked for about 7 months. Trading volume has gone down from 291 and only 231 holders. So like, I'm okay, you know, being patient for this, because this could, you know, probably pay off. I don't know. I hope, but it is at 231 holders. So I'm still holding on this. Haven't sold my bags on any of these projects. But yeah, Gary's not looking too well on the 4 hourly. Looking at the daily, yeah, it's still not looking good. So until we do go ahead and get a confirmation, I mean, the goal overall for Gary on this one is for us to not go ahead and fall below this, because if we fall below this, I just don't know, and I can't imagine what this project will look like. So just be extra cautious with this, but this could go ahead and bounce back. We'll see. Let's see, another project that we could go ahead and talk about will be Hoppy, right? So Hoppy, man, this is crazy. We were at a 3 million market cap. We even saw it hit 12 million market cap at its all-time high, which I unfortunately got into twice. I got into it at the 12 million, and then I got into it around the 1 million market cap. So the good thing for me is that this might be a buying opportunity. You know, the good thing about this is that liquidity has been extended for 8 months. You know, the whole thing that I was tripping about and I was freaking out about is that Hoppy only had 1 month left of liquidity being unlocked. So this makes me feel a little bit better. It doesn't make me feel a lot better, but it makes me feel a little bit more better, a little bit more confident that the team is willing to go ahead and lock the liquidity additionally for a couple more months. So that makes me bullish, in my opinion. I don't know exactly how much they locked up. They say 80% right here, and then this shows 8% and 10%. I don't know. Let's see right here. And it says liquidity is not locked. Like, I don't know, dude. Honestly, like, these things have to be up to date. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta look for a better like liquidity checker. If any of you know a better liquidity checker, go ahead and comment down below. This one shows different, but it looks like liquidity is locked for about 8 months. Either way, I don't know what the amount is. It could even be $1, and they could put 8-month liquidity, but let's just assume it's 107 because I don't have the right data, or I can't confirm 100%. But let's just say it's 8%. I mean, 8 months for 107,000 for liquidity. Currently right now 2,000.94k holders, and currently sitting at a market cap of 422,000, dude. This is insane. I've been telling everybody that Hoppy's like Pepe 2.0 but on steroids. Like Hoppy, like if it dumps, dude, like this shit dumps. Like look at this right here. It doesn't even tell me, but I can tell you it dumped at least another additional 60% from this top right here that I thought we were going to get a reversal. Unfortunately, we did get a fake out and we got rejected. So hopefully we could go ahead and this might be the bottom. I don't know. Let's go ahead and analyze this real quick, because like I said, we haven't looked at this in a while. Since this isn't our support anymore, we're gonna go ahead and use this same thing right here. So it looks like we're actually almost near the bottom right now. This is kind of like the area where, you know, Pepe or Hoppy launched at. It was at, from what I'm seeing, at 9 zeros, and currently we are at 9 zeros, dude. So shit, I think we are at 9 zeros. So I think I might be buying a small bag on Hoppy, because even with $100 or $50 at that kind of market cap, knowing that Hoppy could probably hit 50 million market cap, like dude, I'm willing to risk $100 to go ahead and capture that to the upside. Obviously, if I do see more bullish momentum, I'm willing to go ahead and risk a little bit more, but as of right now, I'm not willing to risk no more than, on these dips, I'm not willing to buy no more than 50 to $100, maybe the max $200. But right now, yeah, this is a little risky. But Hoppy, even with $50, dude, or $100, you can make a good decent amount of money if this does pump back to, like, let's say 50 million market cap plus, because right here at its top it was around 12 million market cap. So imagine what it could do if you buy in at this bottom like it launched, and then you're capturing, you know, the market cap of 100 million. Like, that's super worth the risk in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't mind risking even $1,000 or $500, knowing that there's a high probability that we could be seeing 100 million market cap. But anyways, that's enough for Hoppy. Pepe, like I mentioned to a lot of you, you guys are not aware, Pepe does move along with Bitcoin, and usually depending what Pepe does, it follows all the other Pepes, you know, Pepe 2.0, Hoppy, it does all of that. So I've been saying that we want Pepe to go ahead and pump to the upside. We have not been seeing any bullish momentum as of yet, but looking at a Dex Tools chart, I did notice, like, look at Pepe pumped this high, and it had just massively dumped. So I don't know what's going on there. I looked at other charts and it just wasn't doing the same thing. So I don't know. This is an interesting stick, because I've been calling out for this breakout, saying that it could happen, and it looks like something happened. Someone probably got, like, liquidated, and it happened so quick. Like, probably people got liquidated, plus they ended up shorting it. So whatever shenanigans they did there, they profited a lot of money. But that comes to tell me that a lot of people are bullish into Pepe, the original one, and we could be seeing something happen very soon. Obviously, it's going to depend all on Bitcoin, unfortunately, and I kind of hate that. Like, why do we have to depend on Bitcoin, right? But we do. We have to depend on Bitcoin right now. So let's see how Pepe could go ahead and do. I think we could go out as low as down over here. And if Pepe does go down here, dude, I'm probably going to be buying the dips, and I'll probably be adding a leveraged position to this as well. So right now, so far, I'm looking at a leveraged position possibly on Bitcoin, Pepe, and Pepe 2.0. If we could go ahead and capture a nice support area and hopefully ride the wave up all the way to the top if we do see a reversal in this market. So that's enough for Pepe, in my opinion. We all know it's kind of the same shit with Pepe 2.0 and all of that, so I don't want to talk too much on that. Another token that I am extremely bullish, and please comment down below, so when I take a little break and I read your guys' comments, I could actually go through all of them. So I do go through everyone's comments. So I encourage everybody to like this video and comment down below whatever you want to talk about, token, whatever the case is. Go ahead and comment down below, please. Let's go ahead and take a look at Pepe gains. I've been talking about Pepe gains for a while. Currently right now we have hit an area of support. You might be seeing a trend here going on, right? It's like a lot of these tokens are doing something very similar, and that's because the overall structure of the market's not doing the best. Even the tokens that were being pumped last week are not doing too well either. So that kind of tells you that it's an overall sentiment of the market. Is there tokens still pumping 30 to 50x right now? Yes, there is. But most of those are probably only going to be new ones, or whatever the case is, with some great news that are pumping the markets. So with Pepe gains right now, I did buy this dip. around here, I think, or right here. It did went up, then it dumped, and then right now we just hit a new area of support. I'm actually bullish with Pepe gains because it's like a deflationary token. A certain percentage goes into a burn mechanism, and I believe they burn it, and then they also stake it, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like it has to kind of like, it's kind of destined to go up all the time. Obviously, we're going to be having dips like this, but it's kind of destined to go up. Right now, they have only a total supply of 388 million and a total market cap of 5.73 thousand. So 500,000 market cap with a total supply of about 388 million. Their goal is to go ahead and push over to $1. I think it's doable. I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't think we'll see $1 unless we get like meme coin season and the bull run. Then I could see $1 happening, but I'm gonna be realistic. I do not see $1, but I do see this pumping very high. That's what I could tell you. I'm not gonna go ahead and sell you here and tell you that $1 is very possible, but I think 20 cents is very doable. Realistically, I think 10 to 20 cents is doable. Even 5 cents is doable. So that's kind of the reason why I'm bullish in this project. And they only have about 1,000 holders. So imagine what it'll look like once we get more holders into this project and we're actually able to get closer to burning more tokens and possibly hitting that $1. I don't think $1 is going to happen. That's what their goal is. They say their goal is to reach $1. I don't think so, but it's doable. That's just my opinion. And I will probably be adding to this dip depending on where it goes. If it does dump a little bit more, I am going to add to more. Beep. I've been talking about Beep for a while. I think this is one of the strongest communities, dude, to be honest. Like, a lot of you that watch my content are from the Beep community. I have been asking me to go ahead and make a new video, so I will, as promised, be making a video this week. I was looking at this. Lastly, when we did some TA on this, I did mention that this purple square right here was a very important area of support. If we were going to continue to go to the upside, we did get rejected, and then we found a new area of support. So right now it's holding kind of decently. Can it get rejected? I think so. Will it get rejected? I think it's a probability that we will. And if we will, I definitely would be excited adding to my bags because I've been waiting on this. Like, literally, Beep is like the token that I'm bullish in, but I just didn't jump into a position because I just wanted to see how the market would have reacted. Like, would I be able to get in at a better price? You know, it's like, right now, if this does dump down to this next area of support, which I'm looking to go ahead and add to my bags, if we do pump to the upside once again, that's about 1,400% right there. That's a 14x. So I wouldn't mind if we dump down below here, adding about, you know, a couple grand or a couple $100s, and then riding this wave all the way up to, you know, 2,100 or 1,400%, which is about a 14x and a 20x. So very bullish on this project. Very bullish news. They utilize AI to make like these music videos. It's really cool. I wonder if I could show it because one of my followers did reach out to me showing me this new song with Future and I think Little Baby. And it was utilizing AI with the whole entire like narrative of Beep. So I think it's one of the strongest communities, considering the fact that Beep only has 1,000 holders, and they've been losing some, you know, because of this massive dump that's been going on. But overall, I'm bullish on this project. They do have about 3 months of liquidity locked. I'm going to go ahead and see what's going on with that. But they do have a total market cap of 563,000. And they actually are working with BitBoy behind the scenes. So I don't know. Could it be a good thing? Could it be a bad thing? I don't know. Comment down below what you think about BitBoy. But yeah. So looking at that project, let me go ahead and read some questions now because we have Moon Joker in this. Finally joined the stream, man. Welcome. So let's go ahead and read some comments, and let me take a little breather. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Reading the comments now. Moon Joker says, I'm already up on my money. Congrats, my guy. I need your email address, bro. Yeah, dude, reach out to me, Tillery. Reach out to me on Twitter. I'll go ahead and send it over to you directly. I don't wanna send that right now in public at the moment. Even though you can find it, but I just don't want to put it out on the stream like that. Okay, and then let's see what else. XCOM, your thoughts. Oh yeah, dude, we were talking about that. How is that doing, dude? Let's see. Welcome, Moon Joker, by the way. Yeah, dude, I was gonna jump into bold too, and I don't know what happened, bro. Something happened that I was like, dude, fuck this. Like, I'm just not gonna go ahead and like do it right now. Like, f that, and I just ended up not doing it. Something happened though. It was probably some BS. Like maybe I was having issues trading my tokens with another token, or I don't know what was the case, but something was going on that I was like, you know what, dude, like I'm just not gonna do it. With XCOM, you know, my biggest worry, like I've been saying, okay, so they lock liquidity for 3 months, so it's no longer a worry. So I will be looking at these projects very closely now. Let's go ahead and take a look at X, dude, because we all know that X moves very closely with XCOM, or X.com if you want to call it. Dude, where is X? Okay, there you go. Yeah, dude, freaking snappers, man. Like this thing literally, I'm not sure if you guys remember this, but I did mention that this looked like a cup and a head and shoulders pattern. We have the shoulder right here, we have the head, and we have the other shoulder, and I did say that we could be hitting this area of support right here. I think Moon Joker called X around this area right here, and I wish I would have jumped in because I didn't, but I wish I did because I would have captured a nice little 5x, but instead I jumped in right here, and I was up like about 1x of my investment, so I was like, dude, 1x is not that much, so I just left it in there. And yeah, ever since that we've dumped about, this is my entry point right here. So we're down about, shit, dude, are we really down 76%? Damn, that's a lot. So I'm like down 76% on my position just from entering. No, wait, I think I entered this area right here actually. That's cap. I either entered this area right here or this area right here. One of these two areas, and I think I might have low-key entered this area right here. So that's a lie. I did enter this area right here. So I'm about down, let's just say, I think still 60%. So it doesn't make it any better, man. 60 to 70% doesn't make it any better. So I'm still down quite a bit. I do think this is a head and shoulders pattern, man. So it is not looking too well. Usually the head and shoulders patterns are pretty strong, and we saw it with Pepe 2.0. And that's kind of the reason why I say that with these patterns are very, very predictable at times, and that's why I enjoy doing TA, because sometimes these patterns are predictable. But like right now, this is on the daily. The candlesticks are kind of weird, so you could barely see it, but you could see kind of like the head and shoulders kind of pattern kind of almost forming, right? You can see something like that, or like this, and really connect all of them, because they did hit this area of resistance pretty much all together. So in my opinion, I think this is a head and shoulders pattern, and it's probably going to consolidate here for a while if we don't see any movement onto the market. And that's only on the daily. Let's go ahead and check out the 4 hourly, because usually on the 4 hourly they do give you, and see, look at this, kind of what I drew on the daily, and when you go to the 4 hourly, it does give you a better head and shoulders pattern right here. That's a head and shoulders pattern. Like as shitty as I did my I connected these little lines, like you could tell. Let me go ahead and change the color to these. If I can't change the color like quick, I'm just gonna leave them like that. Okay, there you go. I think that's doable. We're gonna do some blue. There you go. Can you guys see that really well? Okay, I'm not gonna change one by one because this is gonna take forever. But you see the point. You see the point. You see the head and shoulders pattern forming on the 4 hourly, and it's probably going to look a lot better on the hourly. Can this pattern just be overcome and, you know, go straight to the moon? Yes, it could. So I wouldn't rely too much on patterns, but usually head and shoulder patterns are indicators that a downtrend will be going on, and we saw that with Pepe 2.0, and that's kind of the reason why I was able to kind of show, I don't want to say predict, but that's the reason why I was able to kind of analyze what Pepe 2.0 was going to do. So I would say that this is a cup and handle, a head and shoulders pattern. It's on its own right now. With this, let me see if I can use a highlighter. Yeah, that shit doesn't work, bro. There, I think that's a little better. And you see that, see? And I think this is going to happen, and I think we might either go like this and consolidate, but usually with these head and shoulders patterns, they usually dump from here and then consolidate. And it's going to be like that for months, years, days, and then it's going to pump. So For me personally, I think it's kind of bearish on X, the regular one, not X.com, just X. Can we bounce back to this upside and push and break above it? Yes, it's very doable. But looking at what the volume is looking at right now in the hype, I think we could go ahead and pump right here and then get rejected and then consolidate and then just stay there for a while until we get more bullish momentum. That is just solely my opinion on X. Let's go ahead and take a look at X.com. The reason why I looked at X, by the way, is because X usually moves along with X.com. So let's go ahead and look at what they are doing. So I mean, so far on the 4 hourly, it doesn't really look like a head and shoulders patterns. It kind of does. It kind of doesn't. This one looks a little different. I guess you can consider that, you know, the shoulder, the head, and then the shoulder right here. Yeah, I guess it is another head and shoulders pattern. So that's another, you know, head, shoulders, head, or shoulder, head, shoulder. And then what could happen is that we could just consolidate like that, stay like that for a while, or we could go ahead and hit it right here, or touch resistance one more time a little bit, and then dump. And then just continue to consolidate until we see a better market structure. And that's only on the 4 hourly, all right? That's only on the 4 hourly. Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily, see how it's reacting. On this daily, it could also be, you know, a bull flag pattern, but I kind of highly doubt it unless I see a little bit more bullish momentum. But we could also go ahead, if you're looking at X, we're going to keep it very simple. We could also just go ahead and do kind of like that flag pattern and then just pump to the upside. That could also be happening. But usually when a bull flag happens, there's usually some bullish momentum before the breakout. But then again, it does show us that it did kind of break that resistance. So it could be a bull flag. I don't know. I don't think so, though, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hourly, because the hourly usually gives us a better indicator. And looking at the hourly, you really can't say there's that much of a structure of a head and shoulders pattern unless you want to consider this one of them, which for me personally, I don't think I would. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, we're gonna do yellow. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. We could say, you could also say that this is a head and shoulders pattern, and it kind of did what I told you. We could still go ahead and pump and then consolidate and then dump. So this one looks like a shittier head and shoulders pattern, or you could just consider this like this: shoulder, head, shoulder, and that could be a massive head and shoulders pattern if you kind of line it up right. I wouldn't really go off on the hourly, though. The hourly looks kind of off, so I wouldn't consider this a head and shoulders on the hourly. But I would be a little bit more concerned on what original X is doing, because they usually move alongside, kind of like what Pepe 2.0 and Hoppy does. But yeah, I mean, we do see some bullish momentum here on X.com, which is good. What would be an area of support if I also go ahead and jump into this? If I wanted to go ahead and place a position on this, my goal would be to go ahead and begin looking at it right here, because we already see that it did get rejected on its previous resistance, which is, we could say we have strong resistance right here, but I'm gonna keep it very, very tight and simple. We could call this a very strong area of resistance. We're just gonna keep it very simple because it's touched it, yes, but it still gets rejected and hasn't gone above it. So I would say realistically, if it cannot hold this area of resistance and it doesn't break through, we will be seeing a downside, which is very doable. I think it's very possible. Will it happen? I don't know. Can it happen? Yes. And that's just based on the volume, because obviously we have this massive wick, whatever that is. That could be a liquidation. I don't know. I'm not even sure if they are trading on exchanges right now. But I wouldn't even take this big wick into consideration, because it could be a manipulation, a giant whale buying in and then someone selling, or a bot buying in like 100,000 and then selling, which caused this whole entire massive panic, right? So two things could happen. We finally found our support, which is right here, which then causes us to go ahead and pump. Then this is our next area of support, because if you actually do look at it, that is an area of support. That is actually a pretty strong area of support if you consider this right here. I would say this is a pretty strong area of support. So we do hold above that pretty well. We could go ahead and see an additional upside from here. It just all depends on how we're going to be holding in the next couple hours. So two things could either happen. It's we pump, we hold this new area of support, and we continue to make new all-time highs, and Moon Joker makes a lot of money. That could be a high possibility, right? Because right now it looks like the token's about to hover around 10 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I mentioned from the beginning that I did like the market. I did really like the market cap. So for me personally, if I miss this train, it sucks. Oh well, it is what it is. But I will be buying a position if this happens, right? So if we pump from here, this could be a fake out. We pump again. We touch this new resistance, which I usually don't like to see. When we touch resistance that many times, still can't break above it with volume and momentum going down. Right here, when we had this massive pump, there was a good volume and momentum for whatever caused that. Right now, it is not looking too well. So what could happen is that from here, we could go ahead and dump and touch this new area of support. Obviously, we go ahead and lose this one. We're going to go ahead and touch the next area of support, which would be down over here. And in my opinion, I think that's a really, really high probability that could happen. And that's only based on like what's going on with the overall sentiment of the market. I don't know what X.com is doing right now. They could be releasing a new sponsorship, a new partnership. They could be releasing on Binance, and this could cause this coin to continue to pump. But what I could just tell you is that for me to go ahead and jump into this personally, I do definitely want to see where this momentum's heading. If we do go ahead and get rejected, place a small bet here, hopefully, depending on how the market's reacting. The goal would be to add a little bit more to the position and then capture that upside right there. And that could be a possibility because we have gotten that area of resistance rejected multiple times, which has been a really strong area of support as well. So right now, our goal would be holding this right here. If we lose this, we're for sure going to go ahead and touch the bottom, which would be right here. So if we lose this structure right here, we're going to go ahead and test this. If we lose this structure right here, we're going to go ahead and test, well, right here, this next bottom. So it's very, very simple. And like I said, with meme coins, TA could go out the door because they could be partnering up with one of the biggest exchanges, and this thing could just take off. And also, you have to go ahead and consider that with X.com, they have a very low supply of tokens, which is almost like, I don't want to say it's deflationary, but it's more valuable. So it's a high probability that it could go up to $1. So if you look at X.com right now, it is top trending number 3 with a total volume of 3.3 million. Liquidity has been locked. I mentioned I was bearish for the liquidity being locked. So now the fact that the liquidity has been locked for 3 months makes me more bullish. And they have a total market cap of 9 million and only have a supply of about 100 million. So imagine if this token pumps to let's say 50 million market cap, dude. Like, this shit could go to the moon. So this is something that I'm gonna be looking at a lot more carefully now, due to the fact that we are at a very critical area of support and resistance. And if we do go ahead and break that support, I will be looking to go ahead and add to a bag. Right now, just based on what we talked about and the overall structure of the market, I'm just not willing to go ahead and jump into any projects. I should have jumped in right here at the bottom when you mentioned it, but I missed the opportunity. And for all those that did jump in, congrats. I also missed out on the opportunity of Bold 2.0. I was going to go ahead and jump in like literally right here, and I didn't. But looking at Bold 2.0, because I think Moon Joker just asked about Moon 2.0. It does look like a good probability of buying in at this dip. So looking at it, I was actually looking at this area right here. Let's see how much it would have pumped, because I like looking at the risk to reward. So that's about a 3x, which is not bad. Obviously, if you're trading with $1,000, a 3x is actually not that bad at all if you're doing that in a day or in a week. But for me personally, Bold 2.0 looks kind of bullish on the 4 hourly, because I was looking for a dump to happen, and you kind of do see some decent buying action. But usually what could happen, if we do hit this area of support, right, usually when we hit strong areas of support like this, and we could probably even go a little bit lower, let's go ahead and do that. We could probably even go as low as right here. But I always like touching it with the support and resistance. So I always like doing it very simple. It's like, as long as we're in the square, it does look like a buying opportunity. We are getting closer to hitting our target, right? If we do go ahead and hit our target, let's say you buy in right here, could be a probability that it does shoot to the upside. And if you kind of look at this could be like a head and shoulders pattern forming on the 4 hourly. Head or shoulders, head, and another shoulder. So this could be happening right now, and that's on the 4 hourly. So on the 4 hourly on Bold 2.0, in my opinion, obviously head and shoulders patterns are not bullish, but they are bullish in a sense when you're looking to go ahead and buy into a buying entry. And like, let's say we do capture that bottom, we could go ahead and capture about a 6x, which is not bad. You know, throw in $100, you just got yourself $600. You throw in yourself $1,000, you just got yourself $6,000, right? So it actually does look pretty good. I'm probably going to leave that there because that's what I am going to be eyeing this very, very closely now. And I do like the fact that liquidity is locked for about 99.5 years. You know, I mean, it is only locked. It does seem like it's only about 50,000 or 56,000. But currently only has a holder amount of 400, which is really good. I like to see that. And also has a total market cap of 254. So this is like a high risk, high reward. So you could go ahead and even risk 100 or 50 bucks and you can make a couple grand. So I do like these kind of tokens. So I don't know how I came across Bold 2.0. I'm not sure if Moon Joker told me about it. It wouldn't surprise me. Someone came up with Bold 2.0 and I saw it and it was on my list for a while. So yeah, I am going to be eyeing this very closely in the next coming hours. Probably in the next 8 to 12 hours. I'm going to see if this is happening. And if we could go ahead and do that, I will be placing a decent position here. Not too big, maybe $100 or $200. Because if we do put in $100 to $200 and we capture this massive pump to the upside, that's about a 6x. So you could turn, you know, $200 into $1,200 and $100 into $600 or $1,000 into $6,000. But for me, my risk to reward, I'm willing to go ahead and risk $100 to $200 to possibly make anywhere between $600 to $1,200. So that's what I think about Bold 2.0. Let's go ahead and read the comments right now. Let's see. So Moon Joker says Bold 2 and XCOM winning at the moment. Yep, I agree with you. Moon Joker says, bro, there is a war between X and XCOM. Dude, it wouldn't surprise me, man. But I don't know why there would be a war when, you know, X token and XCOM move the same. I believe Bold 2.0 can do a Pepe 2.0. Yeah, dude. Like I said, like looking at this pattern on the 4 hourly, it does look like a massive head and shoulders pattern. That could be happening in our opportunity. So this could be like a nice little swing trade. And you could probably make a good decent amount of money. So I do actually like what I'm looking at with Bold, the fact that liquidity is locked, small holder count, and a small market cap, because that means a higher reward, the higher the opportunity is, right? Or the higher the risk, the higher the reward. And you still see my studio falling apart. I mean, it is what it is. And then Moon Joker says centralized exchange listing next week. Really, dude? Who is it? Who is the centralized exchange for? And unknown, I think I saw you last week, so appreciate you for coming by again. Yeah, I'll definitely go ahead and take a look at OXO at the moment right now. Moon Joker said they made great promise to their 50 to 200 holder. Who did? And how do I become a 52 top 200 holder? Because I want to make that happen after this dip, dude, for sure. What do you think about X or 0x0? I'll go ahead and look into that right now. XCOM, in my opinion, has better opportunities because it hasn't been listed on any centralized exchanges. I agree with you, bro. And you know what I've noticed too is that usually when you go ahead and get the 2-3 like centralized exchange listings, which could be anywhere between like a Bitmark or a LBank and then MEXC. Talking about MEXC, using my link down below, you can go ahead and leverage trade these meme coins up to 200x. But let's say we do go ahead and get listed on MEXC, right? Or LBank. We go ahead, hopefully buying into that bottom that we're looking at right now, and then capture that pump to the upside. And as more exchanges usually begin to list, I've noticed that after MEXC list, or like you have 3 to 4 exchanges on your list, usually the tokens dump after that. So I think the goal might be, jumping in while there's 2 to 3 exchanges listed on the token and exiting before getting that massive dump when the new exchanges jump in. So yeah, that could be that could be a trading strategy that we could be applying with all these meme coins. So it's very predictable. The sim for Bold 2 was $1. Oh, the aim for Bold 2 was $1. I mean, it does have a supply of 960 million. I don't know if $1 possible, to be honest. It's doable. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't see $1 happening, to be honest. The thing that I do see it getting close to, and that's probably even pushing it, it's probably even 1 cent. But even that, I just think it's in my opinion, this is just my opinion, right? Not financial advice, but I think 1 cent's possible, or 3 cents is possible. $1, I don't see that happening, bro. Unless we're like in a massive bull run that it does happen. But for me personally, I don't think $1 is possible. But why is there a 9% sell tax, bro? That's what we gotta look at, man. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and look at the XO token right now. So let's go ahead and put that up there. XO token. Oh shit, I got it wrong, bro. That's what happens when you have dyslexia, man. You get the shit all mixed up. OXO. Which one is it? Is it the top 200 will get an NFT? Well, I want to become a top 200. Which token is it, bro? Is it this one? Because looking at all these tokens right now, this one is a rug pull. Okay, unknown, I recommend you to go ahead and reach out to me on Twitter, ALTCOIN John, and direct message me personally and send me the contract address for me to go ahead and view and check that out. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Yeah, we gotta go ahead and talk about Link 2.0, by the way, because it was doing really good, and then out of nowhere it just dumped like about 80%, which I'm like, dude, like, are you serious? We were getting some really, really good bullish momentum, and we just randomly dumped, man. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Bold 2.0, because I want to know why there is a 9% sell tax. Like, where is this sell tax coming from, dude? Okay, got rugged in Bald 2. Oh yeah, dude, didn't Bald, the first one, like, wasn't that like one of the biggest like scams that just happened recently, that it was supposedly freaking SBF or whatever the case was? Is that what this token's inspired by? I was looking into this shit too, dude. I was gonna buy. Luckily I did not buy, so I'm glad I didn't, because a nice dip will be coming in. So okay, so you have a sell tax of 9%, which 8% of that goes to ETH rewards, and 1% of that is burn. So with the burn mechanism, we could achieve $1, but it's going to take forever, especially with the 1% burn mechanism. Like, if the mechanism was probably like a 3 to a 6% burn mechanism, I think it'd be very, very possible. But at the 1%, dude, I don't think we will, unless a lot of people are buying and selling this token, and it only translates to selling. So it would have been low-key a lot better if you had like a 3% buy tax and a 3% sell tax, making the token burn a lot quicker and a lot faster. Let's go ahead. I can't believe they have a white paper. Let's go ahead and read their white paper. So welcome to Bald 2.0. We present the exciting vision, whatever, second chance. Bald 2.0 aims to offer hope and the solution to investors who experience losses with the previous Bald. Dude, this is kind of like the Pepe 2.0 narrative. Like, do you think these are the same developers pushing these same narratives and stories? Because if that's the case, bro, like, I see why you're bullish on this, man, and why you're saying that this could be the next Pepe 2.0. The crypto market is no stranger to risk and challenges. We understand the concerns of investors who have been affected by scam projects. At Bold 2.0, safety is our top priority. Our team of experienced developers have integrated cutting-edge security features that safeguard your investments. Bro, that is total BS. No such thing as safe investments, bro. to prevent any possibilities of rug pulls, and the liquidity will be locked permanently right after launch. It doesn't mean that if liquidity is locked, it's not a rug pull. It just means it's a slow rug pull, meaning they probably have, you know, tokens in the back end and they're selling and dumping onto you, which a lot of these meme coins probably do, and that's why we're seeing 80 to 90% dumps, right? But anyways, transparency and fairness. In the spirit of transparency, we assure that Bold 2.0 is a project built on trust and integrity. Unlike many projects that keep an excess percentage of tokens for the team, which we just talked about, we have taken a different approach. At the time of launch, team tokens will account for only 5% of the total supply, indicating our commitment to equity and fairness. These tokens will be burned within a few days, and only 2% will be reserved for the purpose of centralized exchanges, and we believe that every participant in the Bold 2.0 community should have equal stake in the project's success. See, my thing is that when I don't see buy and sell tokens, and they say that it, like, they have no team tokens, and the only way to really check this is by looking at the smart contract and like really doing some deep dive into it. The thing about that is that I would rather see a project with a 10% buy and sell tax, but them telling us that like 8% of that's going to go to the team, because at least you're like, okay, the team's getting paid. But like on you know, and this 2% could be maybe 30 million, right? I don't know, but we're just assuming. Let's just say that whatever percentage you're taking is about 30 million. Well, then it makes sense. But if they're not taking money, well, then how are they making their money, and how are they sustaining the project? Because obviously, with these meme coins, they're pretty much businesses. It takes money to make money, meaning they need money to hire influencers. They need money to go ahead and get into centralized exchanges. Dude, getting listed in a exchange is not cheap. I just want to go ahead and clarify that. It is not cheap, and a lot of these exchanges don't do it for free. They charge minimum anywhere between 50 to 100,000 just to get listed. So if these tokens don't have any team tokens allocated for themselves, how do we expect them to pay for all this, right? So they are telling us that they did save a percentage. 2% will be reserved for the purpose of centralized exchanges. I'm not, and that 2% could be a lot of money. I don't know. The 2% could probably be $1 million or $2 million or $3 million. That's a decent amount, right? But I don't know what that 2% is. So let's go ahead and look at the rewarding ecosystem, because I really do like this. And the fact that if you hold this token, it's deflationary. Oh, even says it right there, hyper deflationary tokens. We're going to read that right now. Plus, you get 8% of Ethereum back, dude. Like, that's the best. Like, you can hold this and still make money from both Bold 2.0 and as well Ethereum. So I low-key like these reward structures that they have. So with the Bold 2.0, we understand the importance of recognizing and rewarding the loyalty of our community. Our unique reward system sets us apart from other projects. With every sale transaction, 8% will be collected as part of the rewards pool. The top 50 holders will have the privilege of receiving their fair share of those rewards every 10 days, adding a layer of incentive for holding and supporting the project. Moreover, the top 200 holders will be granted exclusive access to rare, special NFT collections, making their journey with Bold 2.0 even more memorable and rewarding. So if you're a top 200 holder, you get an NFT. So the question is, how do these NFTs look? Are they cool? What kind of incentive do you get holding this NFT? If it's just another NFT, I mean, yeah, I guess it's pretty cool just for getting an extra NFT. But the question is, will the NFT be worth anything, right? And then the second question is, I do like the fact that, you know, the top 50 holders get about 8% of the rewards pool, which with every sale transactions will be collected as part of the rewards pool. The top 50 holders will have the privilege of receiving their fair share of these rewards every 10 days. Every 10 days, fair share. So what is that? You know what I mean? Is that 1% a day? Is it? I don't know. I'm assuming the 8% gets allocated into a pool. Let's just say 50,000, and out of those $50,000, it gets shared among 50 holders of the top 50 holders. So I guess the incentive of them, you know, of big whales not selling, it's like bro, like hold on to this, plus we'll pay you just from holding and not dumping on us. And you get paid every 10 days. So it's like passive income. So it's pretty cool. And plus it's a deflationary token, right? As we're reading as well, it says right here. Okay, so hyper deflationary tokens. I just wish their 1% was a lot higher, because I think 1% is very low. But let's read it. With every sale transaction, a remarkable 1% will be sent to the burn wallet, effectively reducing the token supply. This measures and creates a scarcity effect, increasing the value of each token over time. As a result, Bold 2.0 will become a compelling investment for those looking for long term. In addition to the deflationary mechanism, 100 million tokens will be burned following the launch, further, pushing the deflationary In conclusion, Bold 2.0 stands for a symbol of hope in the crypto world. Dude, it reminds me of Pepe 2.0, dude. I'm just now starting to wonder, like, are these the same developers of Pepe 2.0 now are in Bold 2.0? Wouldn't surprise me, man. Wouldn't surprise me. But if that's the case, and it says big surprise on Sunday, be ready. Didn't it already happen? I wonder what that big surprise is. So a few hours before our first announcement, we're also negotiating with centralized exchanges. Big hype is coming this week. Okay, this is interesting. So my question is, how can I become the top 50 holders, right? How much do I need to go ahead and buy to become a top 50 holder? They only have about 400 holders at the moment. So how can I become a top 50 holder? So let's just assume you need to go ahead and hold this amount. Let's just look at what they're holding, right? What that amount is. The question is, how would I calculate this now? Fuck. Can we see their actual value of the tokens? Let's see. If we can see their value of the tokens, we can get an understanding of what and how much that would cost us. So let's go ahead and, just because now I'm like interested into how this would work out. Does anybody know what the value is to go ahead and hold? Well, I know the value, but I mean, like, how much the dollar value is to go ahead and become a top 50 holders, right? So let's just go ahead and do top 50, because let's just say top 50 will be somewhere over here. Okay, we're gonna look at this guy right here, because he's top 50, I think. Dude, it still says value 0. Like, what's the value to become a top holder? Like, how much is it? It only tells me ETH 0, transaction $8. Am I doing this wrong? I think I did go to holders. Oh yeah, that's transfers, bro. I gotta go to holders. Okay, so let's say top 50 holders, right? Top 50 holders. Because imagine if you could become a top holder with only $100. Like, that'd be low-key worth it, right? Okay, so now we see right here. We're gonna go ahead and see Bold 2.0. So roughly, I found it, guys. So you gotta roughly invest around $600, depending on the time that you're watching this video. Around, let's just say, give or take, $600 to $1,000. It could be lower, it could be $400 in the next coming days if it dumps more. But roughly, you want to go ahead and be holding a minimum of around anywhere between, I would say, $700 to $1,000 to become a top holder at the time being. Because a big whale could go ahead and buy more, right? But roughly right now, when this person bought in, and I don't know what price they bought it in 3 days ago, I don't know if they bought the top, I don't know if they bought the bottom, but I would rather say that to become a top holder, unless you want to calculate all this and do it the hard way, I did it the easy way. All I did was look at the smart contract, see how much you spent to become a top holder, and I calculated that value based on that. So at the time that Ethereum, or whatever the case was, or the token was valued at whatever price, that person invested about $640. So currently right now, I would say anywhere between $700 to $1,000, you will become a top holder of Bolt 2.0, and you get to have the mechanism of earning tokens as time goes on. And like I said, this guy could have invested at the top for $600. So maybe it's half of that now, because we do have about a 50 to 40% dump, or actually a 76% dump that happened. So maybe, you know, at the time being, maybe only $300 makes you become the top holder. But I would just say, just to play it safe, unless you want to, you know, really calculate it, anywhere between $700 to $1,000 will make you a top holder. So let's go ahead and read some questions now. And we're about an hour and 30 minutes into the stream. Let's see. Hey, what about Turbo token? What's up, bro? Tillery. Let's go ahead and take a look at Turbo. Turbo. I've been hearing about Turbo, bro. Is it this one right here 3 months ago? I mean, Turbo's actually a pretty good movie. That's what I thought about when I saw when you said Turbo. I was like, dude, Turbo the movie. I mean, looking at the 4 hourly, what I could definitely go ahead and say, just from looking at this, I haven't looked at anything else. Doesn't mean that this will happen, but looking at the 4 hourly, it does look like a cup and handle pattern. It could be forming. One of my favorite patterns. Usually always plays off. Doesn't mean that it will always continue to moon, but it usually does mean that there will be some takeoffs coming along. So usually with the cup and handle pattern, it goes like this, touches that resistance again, gets rejected, and then bounces to the upside, which is around here. So this strong area that we really need to go ahead and hold of support, obviously not sensitive like that, right? But I can't draw them. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that as long as we could go ahead and keep the support right here, we will be seeing a blast off on Turbo, if this is the correct token you told me. And that's why I'm able to analyze this a lot quick than I would usually sometimes, because of the fact that I know pattern sticks, and with pattern sticks you kind of see the pattern sticks, and they kind of hit you a lot quicker, and you're like, oh snap, this is a pattern stick, like it might go up. But if you actually go back the last couple of days ago, it also did a similar cup and handle pattern, and unfortunately it consolidated and it got rejected. So it doesn't mean it's always the case. Usually you want to go ahead and see a bottom before you confirm it being a cup and handle. Usually for a cup and handle pattern, I would say that it's 100% a cup and handle pattern. It's once it would break this area of resistance. So just making sure that we could go ahead, you know, form that cup, the handle, we don't lose that support, and then we bounce back, and you place a trade right there. Obviously you're not going to make the same kind of money placing a trade that you do right here. You might be losing up on a couple $1,000. I mean, that's about a 6 to 7% pump. So if you can wait for a 6 to 7% pump in the short time, and you could actually capture that breaking above a 12% pump, then you could go ahead and confirm that this token Turbo could be doing an additional 30 to 40% pump. So I just be on the lookout for that. That's on the 4 hourly. If this is a chart you're telling me about, looking at the daily, kind of looks like a cup and handle forming as well. You know what I mean? It looks pretty bullish in just that sense. And hopefully, if they do have some good news coming up, you could go ahead and see Turbo hit about 125%. So which is about, you know, just doubling your money. It's not life-changing money, but you could go ahead and make some little money during this somewhat bear market, right? That's looking at the daily. We go ahead and take a look at the weekly. It does look like some bullish momentum has been starting to form. So obviously, if we do go ahead and break the second week into some bullish momentum, we could see this push to the upside. But definitely the goal would be overall to go ahead and see if it could push and capture that new all-time high, hitting this token at 1,300%, which is about a 13x. Liquidity does not seem to be locked. I don't know. It does have about 15,000 holders and has a buy tax of 1% and a sell tax of 0. So for me personally, this is just too much of a high risk, high reward project for me at the moment, just being that unless there's some massive news that I know is going to pump, and you probably know more than I do, Tillery, because I've never heard, well, you did tell me about Turbo, I believe, but I haven't kept up with it. So unless there's some very massive news that you could go ahead and say like, okay, this might hit its all-time high again. The biggest problem with a lot of these projects is when they do make these massive pumps, the hardest thing is being able to touch those areas once again. You know, this project almost was close to hitting 2 cents, and unfortunately it lost his, you know, his support, continued to go down, and there's still a lot of holders. But is there going to be new holders buying it? You know, unless there's some massive news, or unless a whale is willing to push this, we could be seeing, you know, break that 1300. But for me personally, just because I don't know anything, I haven't done any research on this project, I wouldn't buy into this right now. Just due to the fact that for me, I think it's a little bit more of a high risk and low reward. You know, because you can find these kind of riskier reward projects on other projects, or should I say, you can definitely go ahead and get the kind of result in different projects that are a lot just as riskier, or if not the same, without having to wait for much. Because for Turbo to go ahead and break those previous highs is going to take a lot of energy to do. So I don't know how the community is. It could be one of the strongest, but based on what I'm looking at, yeah, there's not that much volume coming in. You look at the volume, it has about, you know, $56,000 of volume, which is not bad, but they do have about 15,000 holders, you know. So we would definitely like to go ahead and see it hold above that. But I mean, you can kind of compare it to Pepe 2.0, and that's the biggest fear of Pepe 2.0. Like, can it make a second pump to the upside, or a third pump? We don't know. You know, at least with Pepe, we saw this structure, it broke down and made a new all-time high, and then right now it's breaking below that, and hopefully the goal is people are going to continue to buy Pepe 2.0. And that's kind of the thing with a lot of these projects. It gets a lot riskier once it loses its support, you know, unless there's some massive news. I was into Link 2.0. I put in a couple bucks, not that massive, you know, massively like it's gonna hit me hard, but I did buy in around this area right now. So right now, obviously, I am quite low. Let's see how much. I'm down about 60-70% of my investment, bro. Luckily, I only put in a couple bucks, maybe 50 or 70 bucks. I only put in a little bit just because I did not know what this project did. I just kind of aped in just for it, you know. I just did it. Liquidity is locked for about 11 months. Only has about 163 holders, and I'm really wondering what caused this dump. Like, I really want to know what caused it. I'm not sure if it was some insider tokens being sold. I do not know what the case is, but since I have been talking about this project, I'll just be very extra cautious about this, unless I see a pattern stick or something that I would say, you know what, it's worth jumping into again. But usually when you have these massive dumps, man, it just doesn't look good. You know, we've broken above or below a strong area of, well, I wouldn't say too strong, right? Because we just kept on going up, and that's a problem with these projects. When they continue to go up and never go down, once you go ahead and break through, it loses support like 20 times more, and the chart just looks like shit like this. So just be extra cautious about this. I wouldn't jump into this. Luckily, I only put in a couple bucks, like literally I think $50 or $70. So I was up about a 2x, but like a 1.5 2x, so it wasn't that much. But yeah, didn't take any profits because I thought we were going to continue to push, and out of nowhere we just get dumped on. So that kind of hit me out of the blue, right? So we'll see how this does. If it picks up, I'd recommend it, but as of right now, just say stay away from Link 2.0, Chainlink 2.0. It's a shit coin. So another project that I have been talking about, though, that I've been extremely bullish, is called this project called Bitcoin. And I'm going to go ahead and read some more comments and do this final TA and wrap it up. Hey, what about Turbo? Yep, just their Turbo. Moon says, Bold 2 publicly said that the top 50 holders will be rich. And the top 200 people will get an NFT. That's what she said. Can Pepe 2.0 make a comeback? Man, that's a great question. I hope. That's all I could really say, man. I don't know. All we could do is hope on Pepe 2.0 at this point. There's nothing else. For me personally, I do think there will be a comeback. But based on like what I showed you with other projects, once they lose support, it's like, I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's almost nearly impossible to go ahead and gain that trust once again in order to go ahead and allow that project or that token to pump to a nearer high. So We'll see. We'll see. We could go ahead and kind of see where things go with that. But with Pepe 2.0, it's kind of hard to say. This is what I would say. As long as Bitcoin continues to push to the upside, and Pepe continues, the original Pepe continues to pump, I do think that Pepe 2.0 and Hoppy could easily recover if Bitcoin and Pepe, the original, pick up. That's the only way. And Bold 2 could surprise us. I agree with you, bro. I'm just going to go ahead and see if we could go ahead and hit that area of support that I've been talking about with Bold 2.0. If we do, I will definitely go ahead and load up a bag and hopefully become a top 50 holder, right? Because I wouldn't mind becoming a top 50 holder if... Hold on, give me 1 second. Where is it at? Where's the chart? Okay, Bold 2.0. That's on the daily. So on the 4 hourly, if we could go ahead and hit the support, which is about how much of a dump? It's another additional about 36 to 40% dump, depending on where you're calculating it from, right? But let's just say we reach it from that top, that could still go ahead and be about another 48% dump. So if we could go ahead and capture that dump right there, see at the hourly. Okay, this is the hourly right now, and it's at 25.90. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the hourly and see how low we could actually still get this. So we can still get this possibly at a 40% discount. Let's just say, give or take, because it's at 38%. Let's just say it does touch below that, and we do slightly hit about 40%. And if we do hit a 40% drop, we could be capturing a 40% discount. And now we would have to pay, if we needed to pay about, say, $700 for it, let's just do half of what $700 would be, right? Let's just say $400 or $350. We'll only have to pay $300 to become a top holder instead of paying anywhere between $700 to $1,000. So to me, that is a deal. We'll see how it plays out. If it does drop an additional 40%, I will definitely go ahead and try to aim to become a top holder, because I do definitely want to get that 8%. And I think it's a pretty good risk to reward factor. You know, obviously if we don't pick up, then it could be dead, but that's the opportunity that we do take with a lot of these projects. So another project that I'm going to go ahead and talk about before we end this stream now is called Bitcoin Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu Pro. This thing has hit a market cap of 100 million, dude. 100 million market cap with only 8,000, or is it 9,200 holders. That is insane. So the reason why I'm bullish on this project, I've been bullish for this project right now. It does look like it will retrace and probably more than likely hit this area of support around here, which would be around the 0.71 area, and then it will hit that area probably even a little bit lower, probably even to the 0.52. And if it does, after that, it's going to have another additional pump of 200x. So looking at this, I probably will be placing a leverage trade today with MEXC. I'm going to go ahead and look at that. I'm going to find out what the ticker symbol is, because I know it's quite different in Harry Potter or Bitcoin, because you don't want to confuse anybody with that Bitcoin one. But I think I am going to be placing a leverage trade. Not much, maybe only put in like 100 or only $50 and leverage trade it up to probably 10x or 7x, and take advantage of this one, because with this one, dude, it's been literally hitting every spot that I've been talking about. I called it out. I called this token out since like when I started the channel. Unfortunately, it got deleted on my watch list and I never saw it again, and I'm really disappointed, because this would have been an insane play for me. But as soon as it dumped, I called the pump was going to happen. That happened. I called this dump. I called this pump. So far, what that tells me, it doesn't tell me that I'm right on the T8. It tells me that these areas of support and resistance are being pretty well respected. And when they're really well respected, what does that tell you? That tells you that people are just swinging and trading this token left to right. And due to the fact that, I'm not saying you can't get liquidated or nothing can happen, but I'm just saying these points are very predictable, and when they're very predictable, you can go ahead and make a lot smarter trades. So for me personally, I do like what I'm seeing. I do think that we could go ahead and be possibly hitting either as low as right here, which could be this area of support, the 0.8 area. But I think realistically we could go ahead and go as low as over here, which would be down right here, because ideally that's what usually happens. It would ideally go like this. We're doing that structure, then we pump, then we get rejected. Once again, once we get rejected, we get more people bullish into the market, and then we take off. It's usually what happens. Or just the opposite could happen, and this thing could just go to zero, but I really doubt it. It has a very high, market cap right now at the moment. The supply has about 999.79 supply, and I think we're at 10 cents, man. Like, this is crazy, super crazy. And the reason why I'm talking about this one, because looking at this now that I've noticed that it's hot too, and it finally hit that 100 million market cap, which I was waiting for, 104 actually. Now I might actually place a trade on this on MEXC and hopefully capturing this dump right here at the 0.59 area, and that could be additionally probably about 45% dump. So if we could go ahead and capture a 45% dump, I will go ahead and add to a position on MEXC and hopefully go ahead and capture a pump to the upside, which would probably be around 100 or 200x, which is about 1x to 2x, because usually it does about a 200 to 300x pump. So if we do go ahead and drop down below to that support, we could go ahead and expect another 300%, which is probably about a 25 cent mark. So I'm going to be looking at this very closely. I'm glad I looked at that. But really the reason why I was talking about Harry Potter 10 Obama Sonic 10 ENU is because I just jumped into a new token called Zcash. And it has a weird ass name too. It's called like Draco Malfoy del something. Draco Malfoy del Santos Mario 420 ENU. And I've kind of noticed that it kind of does the same movement than the Bitcoin, the one we were just talking about. Usually pumps around the same area, usually dumps around the same area. If you look at this, it kind of has a very similar structure, right? So even with this, you could go ahead and see it dump an additional 40%. And if you do buy that area of support, because so far you do see this area of support has been quite supportive, right? You could go ahead and capture probably nicely a 2x, right? So I don't know, I might load up my bags on Zcash because I don't have that much on that, so I might just throw in a couple of dollars in there. But most importantly, I might be leverage trading Obama Sonic 10 ENU, because it has been following its trend so far, and this could be easy money for us to make, right? But I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. I really do appreciate everyone. I apologize for my studio falling apart midway through. But I really do appreciate everyone. I would catch everybody tomorrow, which will be probably a Monday, a Tuesday, or a Wednesday, depending on when you're watching this stream, right? But I'm assuming that you are watching this stream right now live. And if you are not and you're watching this pre-recorded, I would definitely encourage everybody to go ahead and tune in into the stream. It is a different time zone, depending on where you're living at right now. So since the community is small, the goal is to go ahead and start seeing where a lot of you from. That way, so I could kind of correlate with a specific schedule, but I can't really tell you much at what time, because I usually don't stream Saturday or Sundays. Today's Sunday. It changes. So just definitely go ahead and smash that like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoy this video, go ahead and make sure and comment down below. I enjoyed today's stream and I had lots of fun. If you have any other additional questions before I end this, go ahead and feel free. If not, I appreciate all of you. And if I didn't answer any of your questions, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me directly on Twitter. My Twitter handle is ALTCOIN and feel free to message me directly and I'll answer your questions. So I appreciate everybody. Excited for tomorrow and see where this market's heading towards. I really do want to go ahead and do more TA, but honestly, I'm getting kind of exhausted. I've been talking too much, man. But I'm going to go ahead and end this now. I'll catch everybody tomorrow. I'm very excited. Hope everybody has a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Keep your head up. And most importantly, stack on cash so you can be cash or buying a dip ready, right? Enjoy, everybody. Thank you. Catch you on to the next one.